Crypto markets have found some kind of stability. As we see, there's a green candle on Bitcoin, and the markets are now hovering at about $40,000 per Bitcoin after what was the worst day we have ever seen in crypto, or certainly since 2013. Bitcoin down over 52% from its highs. Big question, where are we going now? Is this a dead cat bounce, or is this a relief rally? Or is this just another rally on the way down? That is what we're going to be talking about today, guys. And this is probably the most important show we've ever had because everyone is asking the same questions. And today, I think we have some of the big answers. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. I'm Crypto Man Run. We come to you each and every day, 6 a.m. EST with a charting show and 10 a.m. EST with a fundamental show. And we merge the best of fundamentals and technicals because if in this market you don't have the fundamentals and the technicals, you're at a big disadvantage. You need to know what to be holding. You need to know what to be holding, and you need to know when to buy it and when to sell it if you do want an exit. I mean, again, speaking of exits, do we want to be exiting now? I mean, or are we exiting at the bottom? And there's multiple theories about this. So if you're new to our channel, welcome. Great time to join us. I mean, you could have joined us in the bull market. You would have made packets of money. And now, well, it's all about preserving money. So welcome. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and join our channel. I'll tell you why you want to hit the subscribe button. Because if you hit the subscribe button, you would be one of 277,000 people joining the fastest growing channel on the entire interwebs, and certainly the most profitable channel on all the interwebs. Also, we do have the Banter Bags. We're the only channel in the world that has the Banter Bags. What are the Banter Bags? Well, we took $10,000. We invested in pre-market allocations. And then we give those pre-market allocations to our communities when we hit certain milestones. So we're going to set the new milestones. The last Banter Bags were given or are being given away now. Their current value, even after this correction, is over $500,000. I think very close to $600,000 or $700,000. And we've given it to 9 members of our community and 1 charity. So if you want to win the Banter Bags, what do? Well, you subscribe to our channel. You got to be one of the 277,041. Guys, I'm watching you. Come on, smash it, smash it, smash it. And 49. Subscribe to our channel. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. Follow me on Twitter. Follow Sheldon on Twitter. You got to do all these things if you want to be one of the Banter Bags winners. Then, if you want to win free entry into Sniper School, yeah, I said it, free entry into Sniper School, because Sniper School is actually free. Yeah, there's anyone who contacts you and says that Sniper School is not free. You don't know what Sniper School is. Where the hell have you been? So, what is Sniper School? It's probably the world's first real crypto school. And what do we mean by first real crypto school? Well, it's a school where you have to actually attend the classes. You're going to build an amazing network. There are 3 modules. The first module is an introduction to investing in blockchain. That starts off with things like what is gold, what is money, what is blockchain, what is Bitcoin, what is a centralized exchange, what is a decentralized exchange, how to store, how to send your Bitcoin, what is an NFT, what is DeFi. Then the next module is making a career out of crypto, and that teaches you fundamentals and trading and technicals. So you learn how to analyze cryptocurrencies, you learn how to analyze token velocities, tokenomics, and you learn all the trading stuff, which is where Sheldon comes in. And the third one is crypto for institutions, how to accept crypto in your institution, how to store it, etc. And we are launching the first part of Sniper School very, very, very soon. We're selecting 100 people to join the first class. And if you want to be selected, you know where you get selected? On our Instagram page. So if you're not part of the Crypto Banter Instagram page, go and check out the Crypto Banter Instagram page, because not only can you win your place to Sniper School, but because we also do pre-show roles and we tell you guys what we're going to be talking about. So if you want to know first, before anybody else, what we're going to be talking about, well, the only place to do that is on the Instagram. So, I mean, no brainer. No brainer. Also, it's very hard to make YouTube streams all the time when things happen, but it's much easier to show you guys the visuals on Instagram. That's exactly what we showed you guys yesterday. We showed you guys trades, entries, etc., etc. Cool. Let's get into the big story of the day, and that is, of course, this. So you got Bitcoin, you got a big green candle. We've recovered from the bottoms. I mean, the bottoms were at around 29,000, 28,000 on certain exchanges. Someone says, get off the Wi-Fi. I think I'm off the Wi-Fi.
I see we've lost Rand for a second there, guys. Okay, cool. So while he starts to, I think I'm going to get going with everything. So obviously, big scare in the market. Took a lot of us by surprise. It actually took me by a massive surprise how quickly it actually accelerated, which just shows the really big fear that came into Bitcoin yesterday, and how quickly the tables turned and everything just started to fall down. Now, what does this start to mean, bigger picture? And you know what? This is personally from me to everyone as well that has now started this crypto journey, started building. The sad thing is, I know it sucks, but every trader had to go through this. Why? Because you've just learned your weaknesses. You've just learned all of your battles in trading. You've learned the keys. You know, when you're making money, you don't learn anything. You don't actually improve any knowledge. When do you actually want to become a better trader is when you lose money, right? So I know it sucks. I was 100% in the market as well. Took a big knock in the market as well. But I do understand the next step and how to start taking advantage of the market that we're in and how we start making sure that we prevent these things from the next time as well. And what's nice is today I'm going to be launching a brilliant structure with everyone going forward to make sure that we all follow the right rules and we start learning from all these experiences. Now, these big dumps and these big occurrences that happen in the market don't happen often. Are you back there, Ran?
I'm back. Before we go into this, I mean, I want to show you something that I saw, and I'm actually very keen to get your take on this. So I'm going to share my screen for a second. If this device will let me. I've seen corrections like this, or not like this. I've seen corrections in crypto many times. I've never seen one like the one we had yesterday. And I want to go back, to 2018. That is the 20. Hold on, let me just find that 2018 big correction. Okay, so that's the 2018 correction, the one that everyone speaks about, right? And that is the Bitcoin versus the US dollar. So look at what happened in 2018. We were, oh, hold on, is this the right one? No, this is June 2018. I want to show you, I want to go back. Okay, there we go, January 2018. So look at this. We went from 20,000 on Bitcoin and we went all the way down to 10,000. Okay, there was a 50% correction. Then we went back up and we went back up to 17,000. And then we went all the way back down to 5,000. So we actually have seen more treacherous corrections. I mean, I called up this data yesterday. The question is, are we now somewhere here where we are floating around here, waiting to make either a higher high or a lower high to decide what our fate is now? Where are we when we look at this chart?
Exactly that, Ron. We are definitely. So the problem is normal retraces in the market are 30%, 32% in that region. But when you start hitting the 55% regions and these huge corrections, we've had, it was that one, 2017, and we had the one in March last year. And this is obviously, we are sitting exactly where you just said. That zone in the middle there, that is where we are. We do know the significance of us obviously breaking the next high, getting above. That's the only way we can reverse and continue this sort of run. But that is definitely the possibilities of what can happen next. The problem is, and this is why we've been so strong on the 40,000 level, we weren't supposed to drop those levels, and we weren't supposed to drop 36 either, or any of these levels. It was very scary to see how quickly we actually shot through all those levels. And this is where now we got to start changing the bit of the game plan, and we got to start being realistic on the two scenarios that can play out. There's always a bullish scenario and there's always a bearish scenario in the market. And I think that's what we're going to focus a big point on today, Rand, because that is the Wall Street cheat sheet. That's exactly the thing that played out there. We got the big high. We then tried the second high. We don't get that high. That's when obviously the whole market starts to turn. And we're going to go through that because we actually repeated that pattern on a small time frame. Now,
so I want to show you something here. So the high for Bitcoin was on the 17th of December, right? And it was actually very similar to what happened now because altcoin started running and Bitcoin went down. I don't know if you remember that, but if you call up the Ethereum chart, this is actually when Ethereum ran. This lasted from the 17th of December until the 7th of Jan. 7th of Jan. There it is. Okay. So there was a bounce. The bounce took 3 weeks. The bounce didn't take a day. I think what most people are expecting is that we bounce back in one day. This bounce is going to take 2, 3, 4 weeks.
Yeah, it is.
We have to give people confidence in the market again, and maybe even a fake confidence, right? So
exactly.
Now, the way I see this is two things happen. We are now somewhere here. We are now somewhere here. We are hovering around this level over here.
Well, that was the wick from yesterday. Yeah.
That was the wick from yesterday. Now we are starting to make a recovery. We're somewhere here. We'll start. We'll go up and down, up and down, up and down, until we make a lower high or a higher high.
Exactly. So that's where we sort of get into now. So obviously the drop was too extended. It's starting to get to alarm bell signs now, but at least we know the market cycle on where is the actual exit point. Now that's exactly that second point you pointed there when we went to 17,000. That's going to be our warning sign. So remember we started yesterday, don't sell, don't sell, don't sell, because you would have sold on that wick. And now we'll be all the way back up, and you're going to have a chance to know that we're not going up anymore. We are going down to go test next lows, and that is then our exit sign to now call it a day, get out there and get ready to buy the dips. That's why we're saying you never catch a falling knife. You never try to predict the bottom, buying the dips, and yesterday was the perfect sort of scenario on that it's sometimes fear just comes in and absolutely, I prefer buying breaker trends, calm down the market, wait for it to relax, and then buy in, then try buy the bottom, because where the hell is the damn bottom? And that's where it starts to hit. So we're definitely there now, Ran, and we have a lot of work to do. But what's lovely with that is obviously a trend line and how that helps. So I think the first thing, I don't know if you want me to get into the charts here.
Yeah. Yes,
cool. So the first thing we want to have a look at is this. This is huge. First time, have a look at that fear index. We are sitting on 11, extreme fear. So there's a lot of fear in the market, and this is obviously where the big institutions and everyone strives off of this. They needed to take everyone's Bitcoin, so they had to take us to these levels. Now going down to have a look at the chart, the full-time chart, the amount of times we've actually ever been to the extreme fear are very minimal. I think it's a max of 5 times that we've been this low in that process. And one of them was 2017 crash. What is the one last year? Was the March crash. That was the time we were at these zones. 2017, let's have a look.
There's a reason why I don't want to talk about the March crash, because the March crash was a complete global meltdown of every single asset class in the entire world, right?
Yeah.
So I don't want to talk about the March crash because that wasn't a crypto crash. This is a crypto crash. If you look at the markets in 2017, this was a crypto crash. The world stock market was fine. There was no COVID. There was no meltdown in the world, which is why I say we cannot compare things to a black swan event that took out every single asset class in the world. That's a very, very, very bad strategy. The better strategy is to say, let's look at crypto corrections. And let's see how.
But at the end of the day, they played out the same. It doesn't matter if it was the 2017 or the March. They all played out the same. It's just about understanding the cycle in general and just the emotion and how fear comes in so quickly at points, and it over exaggerates. It way over exaggerates to what everyone thought. That's why we always, 38,000, 40,000, 42,000. That was support for Bitcoin. That was the key level for us to know. Now, the second thing for us to get into again is just the understanding of this. This is a big understanding point of what has actually happened in the market. You just saw the 2017 run. What happened? Top, we came down. This is the area we are in right now, in the zone over here. Now it's important for us to obviously, the only way we can reverse the damage that's been done is for us to now break that higher high and to start making that position up there. But this is going to be our big warning sign. If we don't get to those zones, we know what could happen next. Now, to imprint what has actually happened, looking at that now, and looking what happened yesterday or in the last week was showing this. So if I just get this, there we go, and that. Boom. Now we can see this on smaller time frame now, how this emotion through yesterday's dump played out. We had the main high of Bitcoin. We then tried to reclaim it. We never got the reclaim of the higher high. The problem was we had a lower low for the first time, so that was already starting to show weakness. But we were in a zone, we were consolidating. This could have went, we know when we go sideways, it could have went either way. It could have been a strong break, it could have been a strong push. Now, if we have a look at the differences there, we could see that yesterday, the big support zone that we were talking about was in this zone over here, which is the denial stage. When we got to that 40,000, Exactly. And then what happened after that? Remember, we said then it went to 39,000, 38,000. We said we got to get some sort of bounce here. And as soon as we dropped 37, boom, panic just came in big. And we can see exactly how it plays out in the cycle and where everything just got over exaggerated. Now, where to understand where we are in this, it's not just the market's not just going to make a decision now and just all of a sudden just pump or dump at any point. This is where we are sitting at this stage now, shorter time frame for the next 2-3 weeks, as you were saying. This is where we get now to something called the slowdown phase and where we start running in the sideward stage. Now, remember the 3 different cycles that we have in this market is we have the falling stage, we have the farming stage, and we have the pumping stage. And that's obviously your simple understanding of your cup and handle and all of that that's playing. But the main thing is to know is what Bitcoin's going to start doing is we're going to start forming a range. We're going to start forming a range where we're going to start playing in for a while before the next decision is made. Okay. Now, what we do with this is we had a lot of people that started with us a few months ago or started with you a few months ago around that were buying all the prices down there. Then we had new people in the market that bought over there and then there. So everyone's got different entries on Bitcoin and Ethereum and where we're sitting. The main thing is for us to understand is we need to now sort of block off the bigger time frame. And we got to now obviously recover big losses from that has happened from this big drop. And the only way we can do that is to start to increase our coin count so that our entries can drop. And that's the main understanding. If you have 1 Bitcoin and you get that 1 Bitcoin to 2 Bitcoin, the price where you bought that Bitcoin now becomes half because you have double the Bitcoin. So it means you're actually pulling your entry down. And this is the strategy we have to take now for the next 2-3 weeks. And we actually got an exciting business, a company that's going to help me structure that for you so we can start doing this every day and we can start building this together. So what it means by that is we are getting to the stage where the market's going to calm down. But calm down, yes, but if you understand the percentage-wise of the calming down, to the top is 45%, to the down is 25%, to the top is 43%. Do you see the range that we are going to start forming? Now, what we are doing now is we're getting to farming stage. This is where we are going to now, what has happened previously? The markets were pumping. It was quite difficult to accumulate Bitcoin and all of that to the USDT. So we've been trading a lot to the BTC and Ethereum pairs. We are still going to have the Ethereum pair is still going to do brilliantly to the alts. The alts are going to outperform. We can see that already. Ethereum's done 9% today. ADA's done 14%. We can see ZIL's done 21%. DOT's done 12%. So we can see what's bouncing quicker. So what we were saying in the market is correct. It was obviously just the exaggeration of where Bitcoin fell to and where the whole market dumped to. But we got it right in a sense of what's bouncing first. So the main thing is we're still accumulating Ethereum. We're building Ethereum's looking weak. I wouldn't say weak, but it's slowing down for a while. But to understand that now we're also getting to a point where we can trade with the USDT and we can start accumulating our coins. And this is the stage we're going to get to. So what I'm currently seeing with Bitcoin is us getting now to the problem is we haven't come down and captured the rest of the liquidity. We've been through this before and we understand the simplicity of how quick this actually happened. And at some point, the price will make its way back down into that zone. What happened? Where is it? There we go. What happened here? Boom. There's the bounce. There's the up. Where does it go again? It goes down and gets again. And you can see how we're going to start getting in this range. So don't be surprised to see Bitcoin at $30,000 again or $28,000 at these points. It's going to start getting to this point where we're going to start moving. Now, what are we going to do in this zone? Let's say you bought Bitcoin at 50,000, 55,000 in that sort of zone. Meaning that if you bought in those levels, you are currently sitting 28% down. Now, remember that this dominance has started to reverse. It started to now go to the upward side. We are starting to now get the dominance, which means everything is going to follow Bitcoin. Whatever Bitcoin is doing, the alts are going to do, which means that we can actually focus very much on just charting and focusing on Bitcoin. And whatever we do with Bitcoin is the same thing we're going to do with the alts because they're all following each other exactly the same.
A big thing about the dominance. This is exactly what we called on dominance. We said we needed an event. We didn't know what the event was. We hoped it would be a correction. But we said the dominance has to go back towards the trend line. Now the dominance is heading back towards the trend line. It makes me feel a bit more comfortable. It was like we went too fast. We lost the dominance too fast.
Yeah, and then something bigger to happen. It was either going to be Bitcoin pumping through the roof or it was going to be a big dump. But we needed something to change it. And it's definitely changed for now. So having a look at where we're sitting, if I just get back to my candle chart here, to the dominance, we've broken that short-term trend. And now I see dominance for the next month getting its way back up to 50% again. So we definitely know that we are in that stage now where it's Bitcoin's time now. And the alts are just going to follow Bitcoin. That's the main thing. And we can see that clearly today with Ethereum doing 9%, Bitcoin doing 80%. There's differences, but there's not huge differences. We're following Bitcoin, and the ones that are doing better today are the ones that dropped more yesterday than what Bitcoin did and what a lot of the alts did. So that's the only reason why we got bigger ones that are.
I do want to show you something here, Sheldon. Go and tell me when the first time that Bitcoin hit 39,786 was.
When now? In the last week?
No, the first time ever that Bitcoin hit $40,000. When was the first time ever that Bitcoin hit $40,000?
It was basically in this region here, which is the 7th of Jan.
7th of Jan. So Bitcoin is now back to where it was in the beginning of the year, right?
Yeah.
Okay, go to Ethereum. Ethereum's trading at 2,670 bucks. When was the first time Ethereum hit 2,670 ever? April.
2,600, yeah. Yeah.
So Ethereum is only back. We've only gone back by 1 month on Ethereum. We've gone back by 5 or 6 months on Bitcoin. But on Ethereum, we've only gone back by 1 month. In other words, only the people that bought Ethereum in the last month are down on their money. Whereas anyone who bought Bitcoin in the last year is down in the last 6 months is down on their money. There's a
100%.
There's a massive difference here. And the same thing, if you go, for example, go to a Matic. I just want to show you why I'm saying this is if you flew into quality, you're not that effective. And we know.
Look at that Matic drop.
Okay, but hold on. What's Matic trading at right now?
1.91.
When was the first
last time we were there? Was 15 May.
So Matic
5 days ago.
5 days ago. Go to Kusama. $380, whatever the price.
March.
What are we saying here, guys? We're saying, look, we know Bitcoin's going to recover. We know Bitcoin is going to recover. There's no doubt in my mind that Bitcoin is going to recover. We're going to be talking about that a lot more on the later show. But if you bought quality, you're just set back by 1 month. That's it. You're set back by 1 month if you held. And that's the big thing that we tried to tell you guys yesterday. You cannot sell into these. You cannot sell into these panic cycles. And I guess it's also a test to see whether or not you were holding quality. And if not, then we should talk about how you're going to get out of those bad coins and when you're going to get out of those bad coins. When do you get out of those bad coins? As Sheldon said, there's a bounce coming. Like it or not, no matter what you look at, there's a bounce coming. And then we should start to look to exit out of the garbage and put it into the good coins.
Yeah. So exactly where we're sitting with that now, Rand. So the big thing now with Bitcoin is I see us obviously getting to the $42,000 to $44,000 region from here. Okay. This is obviously because of the shorter time frame RSIs, all of them, we got to start getting a bit of buyback in that zone. But this dump and this full pullback is not just done just yet. It's done. Definitely, we're going to get to the stage where volatility is going to be crazy. And what this volatility is going to start doing for us, it's going to start setting us a range. It's going to start setting us a full range where we are able to capitalize. Remember the 3 different market cycles. This is very hard to farm coins. When do you farm coins? Is on accumulation. That's when you get the point where we can actually use the same money and we can start farming. So with Bitcoin, there's definitely the price went too quickly down to that 30,000 yesterday. Exactly. It hits at 30,000 on the dot. Now, if we have a look at that now and from 30,000 all the way up to 44,000, then back. I don't see us getting as low as where we got, but I definitely see a pullback coming back to the $33,000 to the $34,000 region. Now, what does this mean? It means that anyone that bought in these zones that are sitting at a 29, 30% loss. Okay, now this is how we start learning this. So Bull market, everything's busy. I can't teach you. The next 2 damn weeks, I'm going to be teaching you every damn day on how we do this and how we actually build this all the way back to way better than what we ever got. Now, think in your mind, 1 month ago, when everything was pumping and the whole market was going crazy and Ethereum was sitting at $4,000. In your head, if someone told you you can get Ethereum now at $2,600, you would have went insane to know that. So now we're sitting and panicking. The problem is we never got out, and there were so many rules that come to that. So where we're getting now is Bitcoin to 44,000, 42 to 44,000. What I am doing there is I'm freeing up into dollars in the zone. Okay, it's not going to be ready today. It'll be ready by tomorrow, and we're going to do that. And I'm going to show you how we're going to start doing these trades, and we're going to do this together. Okay, now in that zone, from that, we're going to have another strong pullback that takes us back to that zone. What's the simple thing that plays out? Let me just get it back here. Is this? There we go. So we can see the pure BART on how we have the bounce up, and then we have the push down again into that zone. Now that's exactly what we're seeing here. We got the BART, we need the push up, the push backs down, capture liquidity, and then we can start the process of Bitcoin trying to get back to the trend line. There's the trend line. There's our bullish trend line. So that is ideally where the next step comes of where Bitcoin is going to go. So this is how the roadmap is looking right now. Is for us to get the recovery from this dump in this next week is for us to get out of Bitcoin between 42,000 and 44,000, a portion of it, a 20% to a 23% drop, and we are buying our Bitcoin back, which means what that does is it takes your entry from here and it reduces it by 23%, which means it brings your entry over here now. Then from the zone, it now takes us up to the 49 to the 50K region. That's going to be the make or break. We have to get the higher high. We just saw the emotion cycle of the importance of us getting that higher high. It's so important. But if we don't get that higher high, that is the sign Bitcoin can come down to 20K. And that's realistic now if we do not get back above and we start reversing. So now what we are doing is just by us reducing our entries. Now I'm talking about Bitcoin, but this falls with every single altcoin that's out there. Why? Because the dominance is working together with the alts now, showing that everything is going to follow Bitcoin. So by tracking Bitcoin, when Bitcoin gets to 42 to 44, I'm starting to sell out of alts as well. When Bitcoin gets to 33,000, 34,000, I'm buying back my alts and Bitcoin. And we sort of trading Bitcoin and we charting Bitcoin, but we're still trading the alts with Bitcoin because they're doing the same thing. Now that will automatically already drop our entry to the zone. And by the time we start making the next leg up to go chase that higher high, we are actually going to be in profits again, even though we just experienced the biggest dump in the thing. Now that's the first scenario to recover now in the next week from the whole damn dump. We recover now, we got our coins back. When we get to that area, we'll make sure that if we don't break that higher high, we will cash out, get into good liquidity, and we're buying the huge dump in that area. Now, how we're going to start doing this is we got a good company that we've been looking at and we're working with very much, and they called Coin Panel. And what we are going to do is we're going to give you guys a description in the chat box for you to have a look at. And what this does is it's a beautiful program. Firstly, it helps you manage your whole portfolio, your growth, your trades. And what it does is you actually connect it to your exchange. And what this helps with is, you know what the problem is when you're wanting to enter a trade and I give you a buy zone or I give you a sort of area to get in, you got to set a limit order or a market buy. Let's call it a limit order, okay? Now, when you select that limit order, you can't automate a stop loss or a take profit zone. Now, what this does is you are able to set a limit order, which means if I say buy Bitcoin at $33,000, you can go put $33,000 in. I then give you a stop loss and I give you 3 TP points or 2 TP points. You can already automate your whole trade to say that my limit order is at 33,000. If that triggers, make sure my stop loss is set at 31,000, my take profit set at 42,000 and 45,000. And by the time your order is triggered, everything's already set in place, which means you don't have to worry about stop losses. You don't have to worry about any of these things. And how this is going to help is I'm going to show you my Coin Panel every day on the trade. So whenever we take a trade or wherever we do something together, mine's already going to be automated and set up 100%, where you literally go there, take that info, put it in, and it's automated and it's set for you. So this is something that we can go for it, Ran.
So I think first of all, 2 things. One is There are 20,000 people on the stream. Thank you guys, but there's 8,000 likes. Help us get this information out to people. All you need to do is smash the like button. Sheldon, I want you to log into this, and then I want to tell the guys, there's a reason why I stopped you. We promised you guys that we would be very, very, very responsible in the advertising and the sponsorships that we allow on the show, because we don't want to be a channel that shows you referral links. The problem is we had a problem that people wanted to follow Sheldon's trades. You couldn't get into them on Twitter. There's no other way for us to communicate. So we found this tool. Tool's called Coin Panel, right? So I want to get it off the screen so people don't see your email address and whatever else. So we found this tool that allows you to automate your trades with any exchange. It basically interacts inside your exchange, and it allows you to fully automate your trade. Follow Sheldon's trade. Buy here, sell here, stop loss 1 here, profit here, profit here, profit here. And that's why we want to introduce this tool to you guys. So again, we do have a partnership with them. We do get a referral commission for every time that you guys do it. It does help us fund the channel. You need to know that, because we said to you guys, we'd be very, very, very transparent with you when we do these things. And we don't want to be in the category of people that shill you things just because we make commissions. But in this case, we allowed this. We allowed this one in this case because we really think this is a very, very, very valuable tool for you guys to automate your trades. I struggle with it. Sheldon struggles with it. It means you don't have to sit in front of your computer all day. It means that you can be more responsible in your trading, right? Because you're just simply more responsible in your trading. You do it. So people are asking, is there a referral link? Yes, there is a referral link. The referral link is in the description. And if it's not there, Freddie, you need to put it there. Sheldon, let me know when I can cross back to your screen when your personal details are off.
Yeah, buddy. But what we're actually going to do is, Rand, so the main understanding is for us today to get the full understanding. We need today still to get ready for the setups that we're doing. We need first today for Bitcoin to play out so that we can get ready for the farming stage. But now what this does for you guys, it means that instead of me giving the charts here and saying there's the bar zone, there's the stop loss, it's all already going to be set. So by using Coin Panel or just using your exchange in general, it just means that every day when a trade or anything is given on the show, the stop loss is there, the TPs are there, it's all corrected and ready for you to go at any point. For you to take it, to use what you want, it doesn't matter. It just means that you'll always know where stop loss goes, where's this goes, and how to start strategizing on how to use this thing. So from tomorrow, I'm going to go in a more depth thing with Coin Panel. I think the best thing for now is for everyone to just, whoever wants to look into it, to just get in, open your account, and tomorrow we're going to actually have a good session, because today is just about focusing on where we are in the market. And then we're going to start going forward with that. But that's a way that we can stay connected to each other and we can start working together in this run. I told you guys, I don't want to be here in the damn bull run. I want to be here when the shit's like this. And I want to show you how we recover from this crap and how we make more money, because when I started, 1 week later, March drop happened. That was my start of my career. And then a year later, I have 200, 300x my account. So just understand the process of where we are.
You know why that's so important? Because like I said yesterday on the other show, I said a lot of the people on Twitter are different to the people that are watching our stream. A lot of the people on Twitter have been here since 2015, 2016. They paid $500 and $1,000. Our people bought Bitcoin at $50 and $58 and $55,000. And this is the intro to their crypto trading career. It's exactly like your intro. Buy high, bang, get wiped out in the March crash. The main thing.
How did I become a better trader? Because the market whipped my ass. And because the market whipped my ass, I finally said, you know what, I actually got to learn something. Just not just make money and just come out of nowhere. I actually got to learn a damn skill. It's true.
That's exactly right. That's exactly what this correction is about. This correction is about getting the people that came here for easy money out of the market. This is the biggest leverage liquidation ever to happen in crypto. What that means is people were overconfident. There's a term that we use here in South Africa. It's called cocksure. People were cocksure. They were too confident. They were too confident that they could make money in this market, and they came in and they went all in and they leveraged themselves. And they got absolutely fucking wiped. And it's good. I mean, I hate to say it, but it's good. If we want real growth of crypto, this is what we need. We needed a cleanse. We needed a cleanse of the cheap money coming in. Everyone coming in and going, oh, I bought this, I made this, I bought this, I made this.
Bitcoin's a scam. Everything's going to come out again about how bad crypto is. And this, and then a lot of people are going to stop trading now.
Yeah.
Are you going to stop trading, or are you going to now start to understand that this is something you need to learn and understand? But you remember that what happens if you bought Bitcoin at $4,000 last year? Look where you'll be sitting now. Understand you're getting those opportunities again. You're getting these coins. I can't believe that Theta dropped to $3.8 and DOT dropped to $18. And it just doesn't make sense on these sort of specials. And yes, you took a knock. And yes, you got hit by the market. But so damn what? This is where now you're finally going to take trading seriously. And those who came in for a quick buck, I'm sorry, but you're going to leave. If you want to do this, this is how we're going to do it every day. And this is how we're going to make this work. And this is how we're going to build it. So
I think in the streams, certainly for the next week, guys, get ready to trade. Be ready. Have your setups ready to trade. Have your coin panel if you're going to use coin panel.
I see there is a problem with the link, so I just will have a look on that, guys, and we'll tweet it. Then I'll have it on my Twitter again for you guys to then have a look if there is a problem with it. I did see, and then we'll get a good understanding. But guys, you know what's going to happen in the next week. Can I give you a little bit of an intro of what's going to happen the next week? You're going to get a week promo of the Sniper School. And we're going to have little education sessions every day, and we're going to get through this damn dump, and we're going to get through everything. But that's just going to give you the key indication of what this school is actually going to do and how powerful this school is going to do and what it's going to teach you in this way. It's good that we went through this. It sucks. I'm sorry you lost money. We all damn lost money together. But it's good. Now you learn lessons. Now you've learned your weaknesses. Start writing them down. What did I do wrong? What happened? If you're not going to correct and change yourself, the same thing's going to happen to you again. Use this as a lesson. The market is not gone, and there's a shit ton more money to still be made in the market. The day you realize that is the day we get the hell up from this, learn your lessons, and we go again. Because I'm telling you, in 2 months' time, we're in a whole nother level. Doesn't matter where the market is. We can trade any market. If it's a bear market, if it's a this market, we will, the bear market, you farm coins. A flat market, you farm coins. In a bull market, you hold your coins. There's so many different ways that we can make money. I made majority of my money last year when we didn't have this bull run. I made more money then, actually, because I made coins. And now when the coins go crazy, that's when the true money starts to come in. So don't give up, learn from the mistakes, and let's start this new journey together. No one can ever expect the fear that came in yesterday and how quick it just exaggerates. So damn what? Learn to not sell the red, learn to buy the red. Learn these sort of skills and learn to ladder. There's so many skills to get, and we only have 40 minutes with you every day. How the hell do I fit all this knowledge into those brains? And this is obviously where the school's going to come in. But the next week, the market's going to be sideways. It's going to be boring. And this is where I have the opportunity to have a week with you guys to show you what it's about, to become these traders and how to actually rebuild from a fall. Because this is the lessons you want to learn, not just how to make money. Everyone can make money. That's not the issue. This is the true skill.
Look, guys, so we crashed the coin panel site, I think, or otherwise that referral link isn't working. We will get the right referral link. Try and get your coin panel installed today, so tomorrow we can show you guys the first trade. Again, we are saying it up front. This is a referral. We do have a partnership with Coin Panel, and we do get a referral bonus. But we do think that you guys need this tool.
Yeah, it's a tool for us to run together, and it's the best way we can structure this together and do this together. So anything that's ever brought is something for us to work together on. That's all that it is. It's something that we can now, how easy it is for me every day now to give a trade, pop up there. There's everything set. There's everything ready. Go, easy, go. And during the process, you're going to learn why we started to do that. And that's where the education comes. But at least now it categorizes. We always have stop losses. We always have these things. It's quite tough if you don't understand a chart and I give you a stop loss on the chart. So let's simplify it and let's grow together. So I think that's it for today, Ryan. There's not much. It's Bitcoin. It's where Bitcoin gets today. Then stay on. If we do got to do an emergency call later, we got to do it. And we're going to get this little farming stage. This little farming stage is going to give us a lot of coins back from the dump we just made, which means it's going to bring our entries all the way back to those zones. And then Bitcoin's got a job. If it doesn't, it means we've actually recovered from the whole damn dump. We take our dollars back, and then we get it at a much lower level. So this next week, stay tuned. Get in, because it's really, really such an important week for your trading careers.
So I just got a message from Coin Panel saying the crypto banter community is so loyal that they do whatever you guys say. It seems that you guys just crashed our site, but we are back up and running. So, I mean, we literally crashed their site, Sheldon. We literally crashed their site. Okay, guys, big show later on. We're going to continue later on the psychology of where we're at, because you've got to understand the psychology of where we're at. We are also going to see why this happened. And there are a lot of theories about who is exactly doing this and why they want your coins, or who it is that actually wants your coins. We also got a letter from the US Banking Society, which was sent to the Office of Currency Controllers, which explains a lot of what happened yesterday. The letter was confidential, but our man Fred, even with COVID, managed to get us a copy of that letter, which is another reason why it's crashing. Then we got Kathy Wood's opinion on what's going on here today. We are trying to get her with us in the studio. So it's going to be a massive, massive, massive show. On top of that, I think we've got a guy who called this collapse to 30,000 about 2 weeks ago. Literally, we have footage of him on TV saying, hey, this is going to happen. So he's coming back on the show today as well at 10 a.m. EST. Guys, massive show, massive day. We'll also be live on Instagram. If you guys are not part of our Instagram, well, that's where we're going to select the schools winners. And we'll then continue with this education on the 10 a.m. EST show. So stay with us all day.
Elon is tweeting about Doge again. He's having Joel. I don't know what he's having lots of fun in this. He thinks it's all a flippin' joke. That's why we got to erase that stuff. Let's erase that stuff. We have to.
We're going to talk about that later today because we actually spoke to some of Elon Musk's investors yesterday. How much is that Doge in the window? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Elon. That's Elon Musk. All right, guys. So we'll see you again 10 a.m. EST, which is in about 3 hours. Until then, if you're trading, trade well, my friends. And if you're not trading, we'll see you again 10 a.m. EST.
Crypto Banter is a social podcast for entertainment purposes only. All opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, and callers should not be construed as financial advice. Views expressed by guests and hosts do not reflect the views of the station. Listeners are encouraged to do their own research.